Greetings and salutations, YouTubers and malfactors. We're back here at Stop Logic Motorsports, and well, I guess we're gonna kind of take the channel back to its roots today. Well, sort of. Mostly I did dirt riding, but I did some dual sporting. And we're going to engage on an intrepid expedition down to Maypearl, Texas. I was told by a couple of the folks in the dual sport groups around here that there's some good riding to be had there. Better riding around Lake Whitney, but this bike's a little uncomfortable, so don't really feel like doing like a hour-and-a-half ride south on this thing. But there's supposedly some dirt roads and back roads there, some limestone stuff I can get into. To be quite honest, I think it'd be kind of interesting anyway. I was hoping to be out at Twin Hills this weekend, but I really hate to do this because it's not usually in my nature to do a call out. But I've had my truck at Bucky's transmission engine repair since before Thanksgiving. And as you guys can see, it's still not here, and they didn't answer any of my calls last week to let me know if it was anywhere near ready. So yeah, I'm going on 2 months without a truck, and I'm over it. I need to ride. So I'm not going to do the full street video. We're gonna cut off when we get some fun dirt, and I'm going to deafen and agitate people with this new header and pipe. I hate to say this, but the extra noise does kind of encourage me to ride like a fool a little bit. I think this is mostly like whenever someone gets a brand new exhaust, especially one kind of loud and obnoxious, it kind of like emboldens you to, you know, act a fool a little bit. So we'll see what goes on with that. But anywho, we're gonna take off here for a little bit. I'll give you guys a little bit of street time, and we're gonna head to Maypearl, Texas. So since I'm now running a new header and exhaust, I have the AIM Takamoto. I have it in full power mode, which is 1. 2 I believe is enduro mode, and 3 I believe is economy mode. I might have those backwards. But we're gonna run full power mode down there, grab some gas. Oh yeah, I should probably I'm on a full trip of gas, so let's do some resetting and see what the mileage is at full power mode. I tell you what, I am concerned about melting my rear turn signal. These things are like $97 a pop. There's a part of me that wants to wait for the quiet insert, which comes tomorrow, but there's another part of me that says, Michael, you've been off a bike for way too long. Get out there and have some fun, so. Alright, anywho, enough gelding to Lily, let's get underway. So the question will be, well, does all this noise have, you know, equate to more power? Well, I did notice that I could lift in front, third gear a bit easier. I mean, I could do it before, but I'd have to really kind of like flog it in clutch. It's more like it's got a bit more snap off the bottom. So I mean, I guess it's like a semi-noticeable change. I'm a little skeptical of running exhaust because I personally don't think that it will lead to like a 20 horsepower gain or anything like that. I think maybe I might get another 4 on here. And I mean, quite honestly, your average person isn't going to notice 4 horsepower. You will notice a change in torque curve, which I think is the most most noticeable part about the changes to this bike. I really do feel like it does have a lot more bottom end snap than it did. Well, not a lot. I would say, like, if I was... I really hate not having a way to, like, quantify this. But, to be quite honest, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like a 10% increase in low end, maybe like 15. I mean, it's not like gigantic. It's not earth-shattering, but it is noticeable. And I still, oh goodness. Sorry to keep stopping, you know, chatting with you guys, but my GPS is blowing up my helmet right now. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. I have a general idea. I will say I do like the deeper sound of this. And for under $600, this was a pretty good exhaust investment. But yeah, I do notice some more snap, and I figure towards the top of the torque curve I'll feel some more power. But I mean, 4 to 5 horsepower isn't a gigantic difference. Now, if I went and dropped like 2 more bills on this thing and got the San Diego power mods and racing cam and all that, yeah, that would be a significant change. I'm not going to do that to this bike. I'm just flat out right now. If you guys are hoping that some future content that I go and get that kit, that's not happening. Quite honestly, I'm happy with the power that's on this bike, and the only reason I got an exhaust was to reduce weight. Same reason I only removed the, well, not exactly the same reason. I removed the emission stuff so I could service the engine easier. But, as you saw last video, we stripped off nearly 10 pounds for about $620 total. I mean, that's actually a pretty good dollar to pound ratio when you're lightening a bike. Now, if I don't melt my turn signal today, pretty much that's going to be the extent of the modifications on this bike, unless I absolutely have to have something else. But right now, what I'm doing is setting this thing up kind of a little stiffer, because it's really well planned. It has an enormous amount of headroom on top speed. So for the wider flat open tracks, this will be the weapon of choice. And for like the more hard enduro-y type stuff, I'm having the I'm going to be setting up the YZ with tubeless and, you know, softer suspension, all that. And for like the tight hard enduro-y tracks, that's what the YZ is going to be for. You know, different tool for the job. This is going to be my desert dune hopper. Which, if I'm lucky this year and I can bank some vacation, I would like to do a desert race or two, because it's been ages. So a lot of folks that ride dirt have like different preferences they have. You have motocross guys, you have trials guys, you have hard enduro guys, you've got dual sporters and desert racers and all sorts of stuff. Rally racers, which is basically the same as a desert racer, just longer distance. And kind of what I find fun on a bike is, you know, railing up above 4th gear and just going flat out, dealing with obstacles. That's kind of my passion, my love. I do like hair scramble racing. It's a lot of fun too. I tried trials when I was younger and I was absolutely rubbish at it. And I do plan to try and do some hard enduro content later on once I get my truck back, you know, sometime in February 2027. But my passion is, you know, railing dunes and natural whoops and stuff like that, 70 miles an hour. bit until we get to something pretty. A few observations about today. And I should have got a shot of it. It is super windy out. The garrison flags are full tilt. Kind of insane. On a windy crosswind day like this, a 290-pound dual sport actually feels very unsubstantial. Observation 2 is without the quiet insert, oh my god, this thing is obnoxious. At the risk of sounding like an old fuddy-duddy, I'm like, this thing is too dang loud, I'm getting a headache. Give me my applesauce pills and Matlock. I mean, seriously, it's like relentlessly noisy. But I had to get out and ride, but I don't understand how people enjoy this noisy. It's just like, ugh. Well, anywho. I'm gonna hop off this until we hit the back country. Alright, so we're riding through Venus, Texas. Recently, Yellowstone filmed here. If you're a Kevin Costner fan, that's kind of a big deal. This is my daily stomping grounds. Also, after riding this for a bit, I think I might have over-oiled my filter a smidge. We got a little bit of surging. When I get back home, I'm going to squeeze this filter out a little better. But yeah. This part of the ride's actually not a bad part. We're hitting some back country. We're getting onto FM 157. I think it's time to consult the GPS and make sure I'm going the right way. I should have put my mount on there, but oh well. Let's see. Okay, this is beautiful as heck out here. I had to fire back up. Granted, I'm racing to the gas station, but we are definitely revisiting this. You know, I actually almost bought a house out here in Italy, Texas. Which is where we're at right now. About 5 acres, but the house was in really bad shape. I could have really used some land like this, though. down out here, and not so recently, I would see how much a Flying P Ranch I could get a hold of. Texplex and Rocky Ridge. Left at Bell Ranch Road. Alright, I think we're about to find some interesting stuff. If not, we're at least getting some good scenery. And honestly, I hate swapping tires out that aren't worn out, so put a little mileage on these isn't bad. Hello, Witten. Woo! Well, even if this isn't dirt, it's certainly rough. Man, that thing just lifts now. Around and find me some actual dirt tracks. It looked like there was some like Lola. I mean like legitimately dirt tracks. I should definitely make sure this gets onto gravel maps. Go play, so to speak, and I really don't want to. I tried to iron fans of the Second Amendment. And so far it's been very gatey. to explore. Which way looks more interesting? That looks groomed. That doesn't. Oh, man. Oh, man. That is definitely someone's property. Nah, I'm not gonna go. No, I'm not that curious. I think 2 is probably economy mode. I'm gonna switch to 3, honestly. I'm not really enjoying map 2. Man, it's so windy out, my mirrors keep on moving. This land out here kind of reminds me of Lake Whitney, all this limestone stuff. If someone would just get about 300-400 acres out here, this could be some really good riding. I'm complaining about what I'm able to explore right now, but it's just like so much potential out here for a great track. This not much either. For those of you not in Texas, purple on a fence means Don't enter here or I will blast you. Yeah, it looks like map 1's gonna be what I have to run until I squeeze this filter out. Goodness. Oh well. I say it's really sensitive to a slightly over-oiled filter. But yeah, you ever do any Texas riding, you see purple on the fence, don't invite yourself in. What road is this? Oh, it looks like private property, but there's no purple, it looks like. It's definitely private property. It's about the point where I should probably turn around. Yeah, I took a wrong turn. Get on those folks' nerves. That's purple. Don't go into that fence, even if it's open. Now, per state law, you have to have a purple mark every 100 foot. Adams Lane. Oh, that's a very short lane. Oh, there's a trucker on me.
Boggle, boggle, boggle. Boy, the Elks will do anything for it. Boggle, boggle. Boggle. Are they still playing that?
Well, it's kind of a bummer I didn't find that limestone trail I was looking for. Well, at least this was looking pretty nifty. Okay. I think you said it right. I got to see some beautiful land, but it also drew the ire of the local residents. Wasn't so obnoxiously noisy. Also, there's not a lot of robbing I can do on a 200-pound dual sport. Call me crazy, but I'm not exactly going to be getting flat screen TVs on this thing. Not the riot machine of choice. Well, we got the return coordinates set. Didn't quite find that limestone loop that I was looking for. But I had a feeling after the conversation with our gentleman out there that if I were to find that limestone loop, they would I would be finding some leadstone loop as well. All of us dang old motorcycle riders. Oh well. Well, quite honestly, there's not really much else to do other than find 35 and make my way back home, and well, that's not exactly exciting footage. I'll click back on if there's anything absolutely beautiful to look at, but here's a dirt loop. I recommend you bring quieter exhaust and don't make any turns off the main road, apparently. Well, in the meantime, have a good one, folks. He was actually very polite, but very firm that I need to turn around and go back the way I came, so to speak. The first thing I'm going to do when I get home, though, after this obnoxiously loud exhaust, is eat half a bottle of Aleve to take care of this headache, and hope that my quiet to work. Oh, I tell you what, I'm a little sad the ride got canceled early. I'm also a little sad I never got to find the limestone loop. But I get to see some really beautiful stuff today. I'm thankful for that. Oh, we just had a light pop on for a little bit. But I am thankful for getting to see some stuff today. And, it was nice. Wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but, I don't know, gotta go on an adventure. Well, if you can hear anything over this god-awful loud exhaust, if you like the content, like and subscribe. If you don't, feel free to criticize me harshly. I also take payment in attaboys, and we'll see you